All right. Hello, everybody. I'd like to welcome you all here to Denver Motorsports Park over here in Denver, Colorado for the Racetrack Divisional Series here for the Walmart NR League. I am Alex Prime. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in this evening. So we have a two-car less field now. We have 40 cars that'll be racing this evening. Nothing else to really go on to, but we're gonna get started with your starting lineup right here. So on the pole will be the 6 of Georgia Hearts in her Sam's Club Dodge, and as we'll go through the rest of your field here. Then we have Gianna Perez in the number 01 Perez Motorsports Ford. Then it's Trivia Vanilla Monroe in the 27 FedEx Dodge. Then it's Travis Regan in the number 83 Dustless Mustang Toyota Camry. Then it's Scotty Wilson in the number 26 Coors Light Ford. Behind him is going to be Matthew Ellis in the number 93 Bells Bros Toyota. Then it's Kyla Sastrai in the number 27 Ruth Dodge. Then it's Pedro Sales in the number 31 Cellular Chevrolet. Then it's Liana Storm in the number 37 Mad Vapes Dodge. Then it's Jacqueline Sweetheart, the number 1 McDonald Chevy. Then it's Leslie Jacoby, the number 2 Ford EcoBoost Ford. Then it's Pyros in the number 24 WeatherTech Chevy. Then it's Casey Newens in the number 34 Verizon Wireless Dodge. Then it's Robert Earnhardt in the number 39 Alltel Ford. Then it's Kellen Clark in the number 44 Phoenix Warehouse Chevrolet. Then it's Sonia Les in the number 25 Sam's Club Chevy. Then it's Ryan Little in the number 8 Busch Light Chevy. Then it's Susan Croissants in the number 36 Best Buy Chevy. Then it's Maxine Janella in the number 42 Viva Vantage Chevy. Then it's Thomas Strope in the number 49 M&M's Toyota. Then it's Angel Diaz-Rado in the number 89 UTEP Chevy. Then it's Zacey Kane in the number 16 KFC Chevy. I mean, not Chevy Ford, my bad. Then it's Las Vegas winner Alexander Shreen in the number 88 Busch Light Dodge. Then it's Lance Saturn in the number 18 Duco Dodge. Then it's Laura James in the number 74 Walmart Dodge. Then it's Evelyn Mason in the number 9 KSU Chevy. Then it's Daniel Wallace in the number 66 Crazy Babes Toyota. Then it's Santi Messi in the number 5 HendrickCars.com Chevy. Then it's Mike Taylor in the number 23 Dr. Pepper Toyota. Then it's Daytona 500 winner Zoe Persons in the number 12 Ally Ford. And then right here is her teammate Maggie Jacoby in the number 22 Wendy's Ford. Looking towards the final few rows, we have Elsmata Sanchez in the number 75 Hot Wheels Dodge. Then it's Kiara Upstead in the number 3 Fanta Chevy. Then it's Maria Lackey in the number 48 Valvoline Chevy. Then it's Owen Ben in the number 51 Sprite Dodge. Then it's Annabelle Alberti in the number 99 Xfinity Ford. Then it's Angel Giamatti Perez in the number 56 Atlanta Falcons Ford. Then it's Walt Martin, the number 90 Pepsi Ford. Then rounding out the field is Caleb Pepperson, the number 46 GameStop Dodge. And rounding it out is Andre Killinger, the number 17 Best Buy Ford. So 100 laps. Taking us around here at Denver. I'm just checking something here real quick. I know the stream is echoing just because NR was not responding with Discord, so I have to do the echoing. Because I've been having issues with trying to get NR to stream on Discord. Alright, well, let's waste no more time. So Georgia Hart's on the front, going to be on the pole for this race to kick us off. And the field is rolling. So 100 laps. So make sure to have y'all's picks set. as 100 laps here around Denver, and this is a very, very flat track. As you can see, the corners are not really that banked. It's supposed to be a little bit like Nashville, but just a little bit more banked. But it's still relatively flat. And as they come into turns 3 and 4, Georgia Hartz and Gianna Perez on the front row. It's going to be interesting right here as Dodge versus Ford for the start. And then behind them is another Dodge, and they got two Toyotas out there on the high side, and then you have another Ford and then another Dodge on the bottom. Dodge looking to be very strong into this race. And the pace car is in. It's on the 6 and 0-1 to lead us to the green. And as we come into the restart zone for the first time, green flags in the air. We're on our way from Denver. A little bit of spreading out in the back, nearly 4 wide as they head into turn 1. Georgia Hartz has the lead. Here comes the 28 right there, and the 24's against the wall. And Gianna Perez stuck in the middle right there, almost ping-ponging herself between the 83 and 28. Here comes Scotty Wilson at the 26, trying to go right there on the 0-1. Travis right there got a run. The 28 got forced up, nearly got into the wall. And a big run from Georgia Hartz and Gianna Perez coming through turn 4. And contact right there between the 83 and 6. And the field is starting to spread out as Travis Regan barely leads the first lap over Georgia Hartz. But Georgia tried to get that good run into turn 1, but that did not work. She falls back to the 0-1. But she's going to clear the 0-1 and maintain second coming out of turn 2. And the caution is out. And it's a big wreck in turn 2, and the 56 is upside down. Wild wreck right here for the 56 of Gianna Perez. The caution car is now deployed. And it's the 17, the 20, the 48, the 12. Heavy damage. Alrighty, here on first caution on lap 2. Let's go back here and see what happened right here to cause this caution. So we're going to keep an eye on this pack right here. So you see the 24 on the high side. You see the 90 up against the wall. You see they're scrambling a little bit. They're about 5 wide right here coming into turn 1. And then right there, Annabella just dumps the 24 into, and then dumps the 12. And basically, and then Santi just had nowhere to go. He dunks the 99 and also collects the 75. And Lance barely managed to get contact right there with Santi Messi there. But yeah, that'll end a lot of drivers' days, as Travis Regan was at the leader at the moment of caution. So Travis Regan in the 83 is your leader, followed by Georgia Hartz, Gianna Perez, Scotty Wilson, and Carlos Estrada in the top 5. And here come the leaders on the pit road. Looks like everybody's going to be coming down here. What's going on? Anyway, whole thing just froze. Oh, and it just crashed. Hold on, y'all. It just crashed. All right, everybody. We are really sorry for the game crashing right there. It's kind of it was nothing I can do on beyond my control. So we're gonna restart this race. The field has been completely randomized, by the way, since I did not save qualifying. So we're gonna have a random field, and I think better call him. Hold on. Drop better cautions. Just doing everything quickly here, real quick. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. I just had to put on better cautions. So same amount of distance since we barely made it through the first 2 laps. So let's see if these guys will do it a little bit better this time. And for all those just tuning in on Perez Sports Network, I'd like to welcome you all here to Denver Motorsports Park, one of our first tracks that is that's in the West and not in California. So we got ourselves a very flat racing service right here. So we're gonna see a lot of guys just being all over the place, and we're gonna see some varying strategies right here. And as here comes the field off of turn 4, and here goes the pace car. It's on the 18 and 74 to lead us to the green. And as they come onto the long front stretch right here, and as they come into the restart zone, green flag. Good jump right there from Lance Saturn, the 18. He's faintly ahead of the 74 of Laura James. Here comes Ryan Little getting help from Georgia Hartson, the 6. They're 3 wide back there. As looks like Kiara's going to back out, and Lance slides up to the top side of the track. As here comes Laura James and Ryan Little with a big head of steam off of turn 2. And they're 4 wide back there, and the 36 gets turned by the 9. '36 was able to keep it off the wall. Ryan Little trying to contend with the 18 right here for the lead. And I'm also really sorry for the lag. There's nothing I can really do about it. And Lance Satter was faintly ahead of Ryan Little right there to lead that lap. As Pyros kind of fades back a little bit. Here goes the 8 with a big head of steam. And he nearly gets into the 18. On contact there between the 3 and 74. Ryan Little still there. Contact again between the 8 and 18. And there's a big wreck in the back. Caution comes out. There's quite a couple cars in this one. Pedro Sales, Casey Newmans, Liliana Storm, Maddie Jacoby, Scotty Wilson, Juan Martin. And I think that might have also included the 36 of Susan Croissants, and that also included the 66. So we're going to go back and see what happened right here to Casey Newmans. As she apparently got a bit of air as she hits the outside wall. So we're going to look right here from your helicopter camera. So you see Liliana was against the wall until she got it off. They were almost 5 wide here coming off of turn 2 right there. You see the 56 gets into the 66 and into the 31. And then into the 34, into the 37. The 34 gets a little bit of air, collects the 26, collects the 22, collects the 90, collects the 49, the 25, the 17. Yeah, and there's nowhere for the 36 to go. She'll just smack right in the middle of that. So, tough break. So Lance Satter, currently your leader here at Denver Motorsports Park. And it looks like pit road is still closed. Oh, no, it's open now. As here comes the field on a pit road. So the 18 leads them on pit road. And my game crashes again. All right, really sorry about the game crashing there yet again, but another attempt right here. I'm just gonna skip it right here, but I'm not gonna put on better cautions because that seems to be causing quite a bit of lag for me here, so I'll have to keep it off just for this race. And I will also keep the camera off a spectator cam because while we're on pit road, it seems to have caused the game to crash. As here goes the pace car, as looks at the Santee Motorsports teammates at the 48 and 24 will lead us to the green. And you see the 99 and 8 there in row 2, and then in row 3 you got the 83 and the 18. And back in the restart zone, green flag. A little bit of 3 wide action already. Annabella quick to jump to the bottom. Ross is going to try to slip in right here behind his teammate as Ryan Little struggles a little bit through the turn. And Annabella got right there to Ross, a little bit of contact. So as Ross looks right here on the 48. As look at that, Travis Reagan with a big head of steamer there in contact right there between the 99 and 8. That caused the 99 to go into the outside wall. I see the field is spreading out a lot further back behind the leaders. You see there's about 3, 4, even 5 wide back there. As you see, Jacqueline Sweetheart right there in the 1 is slooped up right there into 4th. Oh, that's 5th, by the way, my bad. And the 48 and 24 trying to run away with the top 2 spots right here. And the 24 looking on his teammate a little bit, but the 48's going to hold it for right there for now. As the 48 and 24 are going to continue to duke it out here for a little bit, as there's Travis Reagan in the 89. And there's Ryan Little in the 8, and then you see Annabelle Alberti right there in the 99 trying to track down Jacqueline Sweetheart in the 1. And you see the field is starting to single file out a little bit. These guys are still trying to get used right here to this track, since this is another fictional track we have here on the schedule right here for the Racetrack Divisional Series here in the Walmart server. And for any of y'all watching right here from Press Sports Network, if you want to sign up and race in either D1, D2, or D3 in the Walmart NR League, there has been an invite code that has been posted in the description. So if you want to join up and sign yourselves up, you can go ahead and do that by joining our Discord server. And right there's Jacqueline Sweetheart right there on Ryan Little, forces him to go to the high side. Annabella right there going to help the aides and make the 1 a sitting duck here a little bit. And a good send right there by the 3 behind them. And ooh, the 99 really trying, but just couldn't quite get there. And looks like we got some cars on pit road. Right on the 48 is continuing to lead these first couple laps. Santee Motorsports just 1-2, just been dominating the first section of this race. You see some cars off of pit road. You saw Gianna Perez just coming out of pit road. And she will merge in right here with the leaders a lap down. And the 83 trying to track down the 24 and 48. There's a little bit of tire marks right here. I wonder if that's caused from some guys who are spinning out, but a caution was never thrown. As Maggie Jacoby's there on pit road, there's Robert Earnhardt just getting some damage done. Just getting some damage repair done. And yeah, you see the 23 also has some damage. The 28, I believe, also has damage. Quite surprised the officials did not decide to throw the caution on any of them, since they were clearly in the field. And Pedro Sales is against the wall. Looks like he's struggling to get it off the wall. And it looks like he'll finally get off the wall, though, but he has lost a lot of his momentum. You see they're 3 wide a little right there. Juan Martin gets ahead of his team owner. And Leslie checked out there a little bit. There's the 12. And Laura James got into... and there's the spin! The 27 goes spinning. But no caution. Okay, I'm going to have to throw it out. Okay, officials, I have no idea what y'all doing, but I'm throwing the caution on that. That's just stupid. So we will have single file restarts since I don't know what's wrong with flipping better cautions here, but my gosh. And first caution on the day on lap 7. As the field races back to the caution right here, Maria, Kaya Ross, Travis Regan, Ryan Little, and we're going to exclude Gianna Perez, and Kiara Upston. And I will give the wave around to the 0-1. So Gianna can wave around here. We just blocked her right here. And there goes Gianna around the leaders. She'll get her lap back. It looks like the field is coming on the pit road. Yeah, and here comes the field on the pit road. Looks like some guys are going to stay out. Everybody else comes in. Let's take a look right here, the exit off of pit road, and you see the cars that have stayed out. Right there you see the 18, the 22, the 39, the 28, and the 23 have all stayed out. And you see the cars on pit road down there. Looks like 4 tires stop right there for the 48. And she is away. There's her teammate. As Maria will race off pit road, followed by Pi Ross, Travis Regan, Kiara Upston, and Jacqueline Sweetheart. As we take a look at the rest of the field coming off of pit road, looks like the 36 has hauled up a lot of cars there coming off of pit road. So here's all of your lap cars right here. All these 5 right here are lap cars. So I will weigh them around. So those are the cars that are waving around, unless they're coming on a pit road. And it looks like they are coming on a pit road. So it looks like the lap cars have went down pit road, so they will remain a lap down. Right now, the leader remains as the 48 of Maria LeCay, followed by her teammate, the 24 Pi Ross. And behind them is the 83 Travis Regan, the 3 of Kiara Upston, and the 1 of Jacqueline Sweetheart on the top 5. And looking at the rest of your top 10 right here, you have Kayla Peppersman, Ryan Little, Liliana Storm, Giamatti Perez, and Annabelle Alberti in the top 10. Got some interesting drivers up here in the front. And we have We have quite a couple of Chevys up here in the front, but so far Chevy has not won yet this season. This could push all around right here in the Napa 400 if the 24 and 48 were able to keep it 1-2 for Cincy Motorsports. But as we've seen with this series, that is not the case. So anything that can happen right here will happen. Since we are doing a single file restart, I think the 48 might be able to hold on for a little bit longer unless she gets caught sleeping on the restart. And it looks like the field is back up together as we are going green this time. Maria Lakey is your leader, followed by Pi Ross, Travis Regan, Kiara Upston, and Jacqueline Sweetheart in the top 5, and then Caleb and then Casey Newmans, Ryan Little, Luliana Storm, Giamatti Perez, and Annabelle Alberti in the top 10 for this restart. But now I'm pretty sure that 48 is going to be keeping an eye on her rearview mirror, since she knows that 24 could try to get the run on her when she least expected it. So if I am the 48, I'll definitely want to keep an eye on my teammate behind me to make sure he doesn't try to make a run and subsequently ruin my run. So looks like nothing's currently going on in Radioactive right now. I'm wrong. Yeah, nothing is currently going on Radioactive right now. As the pace car's in, it's on the 48 to lead us back to the green. And as they come back into the restart zone, green flag. And a great jump for the 48. She'll jump out ahead of her teammate by only just a small margin. And Travis Regan quick on the 24 of Pi Ross. Not looking too good right there for the 24. Travis just muscling right there on that 24 car. And caution is out again. Oh, no, never. Oh, yeah, caution. Oh, yep, caution. Caution is out yet again. They're 3 wide a little bit on certain parts of the field. And it looks like this one might have been involving the 22 of Manny Jacoby. So this one might include the 22. So let's go back here and see what happened here. Oh, yeah, it was a 22. So let's see right here. So she's battling with a 0, 1, and 18. Then the 18 gets into her a little bit. And then right there she goes. And right there, that was when the caution was triggered, when she was still sideways. So it's up right for the 22, but she did manage to not hit anything. She manages to keep it on the track and not hit any walls. So the 22 will be able to keep it going. As the field is back on the pit road. 24 into his stall as the 48 still trying to get to her stall. And looks like they're going to get some tires right there on the 48. And looks like some guys only took gas and go. And it might have looked like I don't know, that might have been Annabella or that might have been Giamatti. And then they're followed by Zacy Kane, Matthew Ellis, and then Maria. And the 39 and 01 are staying out. So as of right now, it looks like 01 might be the leader unless she comes down pit road. You see the 39, Robert Earnhardt right there. He's got some damage to his rear end. And you see his teammate right here, Annabella Alberti of the 99, who just had a really stellar pit stop. Only just a gas and go, since most of these guys only came in for gas. Some others have took the gamble of taking tires. Like we saw some 2 and we saw some 4. Baseline is here. There we go. Yeah, I'd like to welcome Scotty Wilson up here into the booth.
Hey there, everybody.
As the base car comes around right here. And we are going green this time. It's going to be Giamatti, your leader. And let me just... Let me just put the 30. Let me just wave around the 39. Actually, no, hold on. Let me just check something real quick. All right, I got the command. All right, so we'll send the 39 to the tail end of the field, since he is a lap car. Field goes around him right here. Looks like no problems. And yeah, looks like no problems for anybody getting around the 39. So we will be restarting on lap 16. Oh, and looks like the 25 had a little bit of a mishap there. The 75 still on pit road. Looks like he's trying to get something done. Yeah. Gianna will be your leader for this restart. And as the pace car is in, it's on the 01 and 99 to lead us at the green. And as we come back into the restart zone, green flag. Yeah, you see Matthew Ellis right there on the high side. He gets blocked right there by the 16. As you see, the Perez's right there. They have sandwiched the 99 of Annabella Alberti. But now it looks like the 56 is backed out. They gave the 99 a little bit more of a breathing room to work with here. And she is looking right there on that 01. Annabella looking to pull a Carl Edwards right here in the 99. Gianna has pulled off some parts a little bit. And looks like the 16 is just banging on the back of Giamatti Perez. As you see the 48 back there, just trying to get back up to the front.
16 on 16, so I guess that one better and trying to find a here comes the inside pass now.
The inside pass right there, the 16, the 56 scrapes the outside wall a little bit. Good run right there from Matthew Ellis, but he's trying to get to the 56, backs out.
56 has to check a big time right there.
Oh, and a big wreck in the back.
That's a 17 on the group.
It's a 17 and the 3, and the caution is out. Yeah, definitely. As here they come racing back. Here comes Annabella to the inside of Gianna. But no, not enough. As here's the race back to the line.
Keep racing the front. They were doing pretty good the last race. So far, I see a few PK racing cars over there not doing too hot.
Hold on here a little bit. I'm just gonna. Okay, you're fully turned up. Okay. I was just checking something real quick. My bad about that. I was just checking something. Oh. There we go. All right. So yeah, Gianna, currently your leader here at Denver Motorsports Park, followed by Annabelle Alberti, Zacy Kane, Jacqueline Sweetheart, and Matthew Ellis in the top 5. So here comes the field on a pair. Oh, looks like the 75 is going to stay out, try to get a lap back here. See some damage back there to the back end of Travis Regan in the 83 right there. Let's take a look right here at the exit of pit road. You see the 75, the 18, the 22, the 23, 28, and 39 all stay out. As we're taking a look right here at the exit of pit road. And this looks like Jacqueline Sweetheart won the race off pit road, followed by the 48, the 22, the 34, and looks at the 89. Looks like it was wrong right there. Looks like it didn't catch anybody. And that seems to be all cars off of pit road. Yes, it looks like Jacqueline Sweetheart did, in fact, win the race off pit road. So we will drop these lap cars to the back. We'll wave these lap cars around. Looks like they're coming down on the pit road yet again. So the 1 will be your leader for Chicanassi Racing. And if any of y'all watched the Double Z race from Daytona International Speedway from earlier this week, right here on Perez Sports Network, you'll know that Chicanassi Racing got their first win in the league, with Leslie Jacoby taking the win in the 43. And now that's not the case though for Leslie. She is now within her own team equipment, and in a Ford instead of a Chevy. And if y'all are looking for more Double Z, this upcoming week we will be going over to, let me see here. Then we heading over to Atlanta for the Heads Up Georgia 250. And then right here for next week for the Racetrack Divisional Series, we are heading off over to Watkins Glen for the Go Bowling 150 at the Glen right here on Perez Sports Network, your home of the Electric Racing Tour, the Six Flags NR League, and the Walmart NR League. Still under caution right here. The one still staying out right here. So it looks like the one will be the leader for this restart. You see the 24 and 48 back there. They seem pretty eager to get up to the front right here and try to spoil something out of this one car. Chip Ganassi over here in the Cup Series have not been having one of the best, how should I say, starts of the season so far, since the 1 and 20 and 42 are very low in the points right now. So they desperately need some points if they want to stay within this fight. And we are going green.
Pierce was definitely needed that run right now, but there's some caution right now. But this is early to go in at the race, and that would split pegged if they want to get at least a good top 5 run. Plus, if they did let a lap or so in there for a bonus point, then it should be at least a good day for the 01 team.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that. Jacqueline Sweetheart has been it's been silently one of the most stronger cars out of Chip Ganassi that we saw from the start of this season. So I definitely think they're focused more on Jacqueline than they are on Maxi at this time, if I'm pretty much correct.
Definitely BKA Racing of LS Ray and Matthew Trac was Ray. The only one doubtless I was seeing is their last one, probably the 23. Right? They're probably in the middle of the point standings, but BK Racing right now, they're definitely one of the top contenders as of lately after from Vegas and Atlanta.
Yeah, definitely. They had some pretty good runs over at Atlanta. And I definitely think some of their guys in the back could definitely be using some points, since only a couple of them are right now in the bubble right now for the chase.
RPR, Ryan Will is the only top 10 car at this time being. See if he can keep the consistent going in Denver.
Here we go. It is on Jacqueline Sweetheart to lead us back to the green. And as we come back into the restart zone, green flag. Casey Newman's already quick to the outside of Maya Ross right there. The 48 staying relatively planted to the 1.
Those 24 rows that blocked by the 48 of the teammate, a horse, but
Ooh, we got to the quarter panel. Whoa, here comes Angel Diaz right a 4 wide.
What do they think? You know, boy.
4 wide right there. The 1's going to back out. They're now back to being 3 wide, but Angel Diaz Rada right on the bottom. He will steal the lead.
Slipping it by
Oh, he slid up. He messed up pretty bad. That's going to allow Pi Ross to get the lead, but here comes Juan Martin.
Way too much speed, making it tie out for their
Yeah, Juan Martin right there in the 90. He's still side by side with Pi Ross on the 24.
Can he get the good run inside here?
Ooh.
No, it's gonna be side
we
by
got
side.
to it! Contact!
Still side by side, 24 rows, has to maybe take, no, keeps on going out there, but the 90 has to get out inside. New leader.
Yeah, new leader right here. The 90 of Juan Martin. And here comes Giamatti Perez, just bumps the 48 out of the way. That also caused the 24 to go high.
That's teammates digging it out. You love to see it.
This is what we all came to see here, folks. We all here to see what these guys are going to do.
4 wide, 3 wide in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, they were pretty dicey back there. There's ACK in the 16. He just sends it right there as here comes Laura James to the inside of her teammate.
Talk about the top 15. Want to dig it out for a top 10 right now.
Yeah, this is getting good right now. As you see, the School Bus Motorsports teammates, the 6, the 74, and the 46, they're all relatively close to each other. As looks like Leslie just forces the 46 to stay on the high side.
Some of these drivers, man, looks like they are not doing too high on the outside. It looks like half the cars right now, or some of them right now, out here lifting. That car is too tight.
Yeah, definitely. So this is definitely coming to how these guys have their cars set up. As you can see, we definitely see a lot of cars sliding to the high side. That definitely shows about them sending it or just trying to, just trying to get through the corner. But some of these guys are like really tight as they go through these very, very banked turns right here. They're only like partially banked, so that is gonna cause some bit of problems for some of these guys here if they're not careful.
Hopefully over time that if they can figure it out. When it keeps going green. Whoa.
Looks like there's a car that went way down the apron. I'm pretty sure that was the 74 of Laura James there briefly for a few seconds. So it's another car. As here comes AC Kane looking to the inside of Pie Ross right there. Oh, got it to him there a little bit.
Kane and freaking oh, too close for comfort. That looked like it was getting close to getting hit to the rear. Slide, I'm going up, but 24 is about to get the run back. Coming in, forward inside. Can we get it side by side? Going to the line soon.
And they're side by side for the lead right here. Giamatti to the inside of Juan Martin, but Martin, and caution is out.
Who would that be?
It'll be the 20. It looks like it might have been the 27 of Carlos Estrada. You see the smoke right there coming out of turn 4.
Yeah, getting to the triumphal.
Yeah, let's see what happened right here. So we're gonna watch the 27 right here. So you see the 18 slid up the track right there. He's close to the wall right here. And then his teammates just got into the 27, and that's what sent him around. But I'd say, though, really good job, though, by Carlos Estrada not to hit the outside wall. He only just scraped it there a little bit, but really good job of keeping it off the wall.
Yeah, good job.
So the car is mostly untouched beside that tiny little contact he made with the wall. Just only scraped it. As here comes the field on the pit road. And Juan Martin quick to his stall.
Well, let's see who can win this pit stop here. Everybody's gonna take 4 cards and get as the scene. Gonna be adjustments. They're gonna take a little late. It's definitely gonna be adjustments.
Yeah, you'll definitely need adjustments at a track like this because of how unbanked the track is. Like it's very shortly banked, so you're definitely gonna need a lot of adjustments to prevent your car from like sliding all over the place. It's Juan Martin's way. We saw a couple other guys also going away.
If you don't want your car loose here, definitely have to at least crank it a few notches.
As Juan Martin wins the race out pit road, followed by Giamatti Perez, AC Kane, Laura James, and the 48 who appears to have a little bit of rear end damage.
I gotta say, man, you gotta only a few tweaks here and there. And if the car is too tight, parameters, and since when the temperatures saw before, half of that pack, it has to be at least the other color to get that correct right car, especially the windage and pressures, to at least get it a few notches and get it loose. If it's tight, and then you have to figure out a way to figure out to get it loose. Wedge is definitely one that would maybe try to get the pressure if you can.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely would think something like that since the way about how the setups are on these cars is that Well, if you think about it, because of how flat the track is, like it's not really that banked. It'll be easier to slide around if you're at like a certain speed or if your car is like that tight.
Yeah, indeed. That's in time. You have to figure out somehow.
It looks like there's been heavy damage that's been put on the 24. Something must have happened to him. I think his day might be done for.
I would probably look back real quick. He might have bumped someone in the back or something, or maybe someone in pit road.
We'll have to check right here what happened to the 24 Pi Ross. So we're gonna take a peek right here and see what happened to the 24. Unless he rammed into somebody coming onto pit road.
That's
Oh,
unfortunate.
yep, he ran into somebody. So as we take a look right here, he's coming out of pit road now. He's side by side with the 74, and then there's a car that was apparently coming out. Yeah, there's the 48. Then bam!
Teammate to teammates again.
Yeah, he just ran straight into his teammate.
That's gonna ruin Pyro's night, and that's definitely not what the 24
Yeah, the 24 is done for, and the 48 has that rear end damage. So looks like stuff's already going south for Santee Motorsports already.
Yeah, Santee Motorsports with the 24 play with that 24 car right there. What was it? Last time seems here, number 33 points. That's gonna be another inconsistent run there today, and hopefully next race I see Eames after this. They better pretty much bounce back, or consistency might lose it, because you can't always have those bad runs, or else you're not gonna really get a challenge to that top spot, really.
And as we're looking at points right here, that your current leader, Juan Martin, he is third to last in points. He is currently 40th in points.
This would be huge.
So
this would be huge if he has this current car right now. But there is some challengers. Let's take a look at the fastest lap.
yeah, we'll take a look right here at the fastest lap as we're going to read the sun. The fastest lap belongs to the 3 of Kiara Upston, followed by the 8 of Ryan Little, and the 56 of Giamatti Perez, the 66 of Daniel Wallace, and the 83 of Travis Reagan. Currently has the top 5 fastest lap times. Then followed by them is the 75, the 44, the 2, the 24, and the 1.
Yeah, not that they won it, Rose. I mean, you had one of what? They had one of the consistent cars, or one of the fastest cars right there, right in the top 10 zone. And then, boom, right there, you hit your teammate.
Yeah, that's definitely what you not want to do, is actually run into your own teammate. But actually looking at where your top 5 currently sit in points right now, we already saw that the 90 is currently 40th in points heading into this race. And as for Giamatti Perez, she is currently 18th in points.
Upston, definitely a contender, but I haven't seen and Upston, of course, APR not doing too hot right now, but say if I can at least go green, I can definitely see them slowly pick up the pace to try to gain up to the top 10.
Yeah, definitely. As looking at the 16 is 38th in points. The 74 is currently 31st in points. And the 48 is currently 32nd in points.
Ready to go green flag, pace cars in.
Here we go to the restart zone. Green flag.
Out there, one of the best cars, so better look out. It's going to be a battle in the lead.
Yeah, right here you see Giamatti looking a little bit on the 90 right there. She is right there, just giving a little bit of taps right there to the back bumper. Yeah, she's not giving up on that 90 just yet. She is right there. A little bit of a tap to the 90 right there. caution is out again. And and it's the one.
Oh no. 28th in standings. And hopefully it's not something too severe. If it was a spin, should be okay, but if it was a bit of a lick.
Yeah, let's see what happened right here to the one. So going through turns 3 and 4, you see she's side by side with the 23 right here. Then you see the 99 and 75 coming in with some good head of steam right there. You see the 22 slides up the track there. Now here comes the one trying to go for a pass.
Well, too gusty right
and then
there,
got tagged right there by the 23. And there she goes.
Costin and
and just gets tagged by the 39.
Not a good hit right there on Robert Earnhardt. That's gonna make some more damage. Hopefully it doesn't screw his car, but that's a rear end hit, so it might make him.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad hit right there for the one. And it looks like some cars are going on a pit road, else some are not. As it looks like some of the leaders have came in, as the 90 and the 56 are in. They see everyone else stays out. ACK stays out to take the lead.
Interesting strategy.
And it looks like some of them had just came in just to check on the cars. As the 56, it looks like just did a quick little check and was away. So we'll take a look right here at the pit things right here. So you can see right here, looks like most of these were just some general checks of the car to make sure there's no damage.
Yeah, hopefully, because you don't want any scrapes, you don't want anything in here, because this place has been, again, it's reminded me a bit of the pit. Darlington, if you go way too fast, you can't live, you're going to scrape a wall like no tomorrow, and then it's like Richmond with mainly low baking in general. And it's going to be pretty hard. I gotta say, if you're new to this track, it's going to be dicey, but if you know this track is still can't keep up well enough. That tells you it's a challenge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hopefully you're not that cool sweetheart does it, and the NF for their sake, because again, we on the point it looks like, and again, you don't want, in general, in any league or any race in general in your career, you don't want inconsistency. But at least, you know, like in general, you can have at least a DNF or two, or at least some bad days. There'll be your bad days in there with the days you have to unfortunately have at the end of those days you need to have these consistent days.
Yeah, and as we take a look right here at your top 5, where they currently stand in points, Zacy Kane in the 16, as we did mention earlier. He is currently 38th in points. Laura James is currently 31st in points. Angel Diaz-Rado, we haven't talked about him yet. He is currently, where's the 89 in points? He is actually 11th in points, so he's actually currently within the chase.
Hopefully they can keep that up and stick it with him with the chase.
And then looking behind, you got the 8 of Ryan Little. He is currently 13th in points, about a couple of points. He is actually currently tied with Angel Diaz-Rado for that final spot of the chase. He has been consistent throughout the first part of the season, but looks like that consistency might have run dry for the 8 team here. And then rounding out the top 5 right here is the 42 of Maxine Janela. She is currently 23rd in points. So solid day so far for the 42 team. And that's here they come to the start finish line. So we'll see if this will be our final. Oh yeah, we're going green this time. Zacy Kane's currently your leader, followed by Laura James, Angel Diaz-Rada, Ryan Little, and Maxi Janela in the top 5, and then Alexander Shreen, Leslie Jacoby, Thomas Droop, Scotty Wilson, and Louisiana Storm rounds out the top 10. So we're going to see how this restart's going to play out right here for we're gonna see what is gonna happen right here with the 16.
Watch out for Mr. Top 10 with the 88 points. He's definitely working right there. Might get better right here. Again, as I said though, it needs to be green. See how this plays out. Right in the middle, 8. He's one of those top 10 consistent cars that can sneak in.
Because we're gonna see this right here. So as they're coming through turns 3 and 4, so we're gonna see how the 16 is gonna have this strategy right here. Since this is gonna be we're gonna really see how Kane right here is going to be able to hold his lead right here. As here comes the pace car. And it's on to the 16 to lead us back to the green. And as we come back into the restart zone, green flag. Good restart there by the 16. The 8 had to drop out. Had to go to the high side, and that allowed Angel to slip back into 30. He briefly had third there for a few seconds, but he quickly lost it to Diaz-Rada. And you see the 42 just putting pressure right there on the 8 car.
Yeah, Ryan Little's a bit of a pickle. He's trying to pass that A89. However you got the 42. Just right on the bumper of Little. So.
Yeah, and there goes Maxi Janela right there. The 8 scrapes the outside wall. That allows the 42 to get by.
Don't need to scrape the car. It's not that bad. You gotta rebound back.
Yeah, definitely. He's already trying to rebound back. He's already looking on the 88 right here. Did you see the 49 and the 2 right here? They're just kind of looking right there. You see the 2 getting help from the 26.
He's trying to look on the inside a little bit and trying to find the right.
Oh, and the 8 just bumps the 88 to the high side. Oh, and he scrapes the outside wall.
Yeah, just like Ryan Little.
And we're going to go on board here with the 2 on the helmet camera. Yeah. And he also saw from Leslie, he saw she was feathering the throttle while she was going through turn 2. And you see right here, she's basically doing that same thing now. She is feathering the throttle. And she had a break right there as the 8 was sent to the high side right there. Oh! Really gets turned. I think that was probably the 88 or something like that. Or I don't know. I don't know who that was. That might have been the 37.
It had to be the
49 for that matter.
I think it had to be the 37. That was probably the last car behind her. And just so. Yikes.
Yeah, they're 3 wide. They're 3 wide back there for 6. As the front 4 have all pulled away, you see Maxi Janela has some big head of steam right here on that 42 car.
It's going to slowly but surely be a bit of a losing key, but just breathing room.
Yeah, definitely. 42 Trac going on the high side against Angel Diaz-Rauda, but Diaz-Rauda just has the better run on the low side. He was slipping behind the 74. As the field is basically sorting themselves out further back. As we'll take a look further back right here, you see there's a couple battles going on. There's a couple cars stuck on the high side, and ooh, Giamatti just makes the 34 go to the high side.
Yeah, the 34. Oh,
That was way too close for coming right there for the 34 right there coming out of turn 4.
I think that fellow right there had to lift sooner than later because getting very wide, that is trouble. You gotta lift and get out of that situation here because we've seen many people three times by now. Pretty much is not the case, especially what has been happening lately at turn 4.
Yeah, especially turn 4 seems to catch a lot of these guys who are going 3 wide off guard a lot of times. So as they forget that the car on the bottom is really going to slide up and get into them. Yeah. And Maxi Janela tried pulling a Kyle Larson on the high side. She's trying to get by the 89. Well, it looks like she just couldn't quite just get by that 89 Castleout Racing number that get around that Castleout Racing Chevy right there.
Yeah, Ryan Little in 8th in his 8 car, ironic in 8th place.
Yeah. It looks like Kane is just trying to establish a gap between himself and Laura James. Trying to get Roush their first win of the season. And the 42 just did a deep send on the 89 into turn 1.
Tries it again. Can they get clear? However,
she is not clear the 89 just yet. That 42 is still there, but now she is clear the 89. And she'll slip in right there and take 3rd.
But don't count out that 89 just yet. They might make a move right here soon. If not,
oh yeah, he's right there. He's right there on the 42. Gives a little bit of a tap.
They stay. Hold on. So it looks like they were taking turn just for now. That 89 ain't gonna take it lightly. Get it back.
Yeah, Diaz-Rauda is not taking it lightly on Janela right there, as they're trying to catch down James and Kane.
Ryan Little just came out of nowhere, 8th to 6th, and he looks like he is pushing.
Yeah, you see the 8 right there. He's behind the 88s. That's Streen right there in the 88s, ahead of Little in the 8. And there's Drope in the 9, and there's Wilson in the 26 right there. As we got a little battle right here between Peppersman and Perez. As there's Storm right there, just got a big at a steam right there. She slides up the track though.
Not a good move.
And
right there.
yeah, and the 46 just slides in behind the 56. She's got a run on Wilson right here.
That's one of the fast cars I can't take on that well unless my car can get better. So it seems I'm just gonna let the 56 go because again, that 56 again is one of the top fastest cars out there. But are they consistent fast cars? I don't know.
We're definitely seeing that right now out of the 16 of Zacy Kane. He is currently just holding off the 74. Here comes 74, looking right there on the 16, bumps him out the way.
Can he get it this time? He's been looking for the lead for the past few laps. Inside the line.
It looks like she'll take it she took it at the line. And James will take the lead right here at Denver Motorsports Park.
Oh, look at 42. Here they come out of nowhere.
Yeah, that 42 nearly got to the 16 there.
Wow, they passed that 89 and I think it was nothing. And here they come 16 and 42, putting pressure into 74 in 3.
42 is looking. Here she comes there, 3 wide for the lead.
Too risky, because here we go on 4. We remember the situation before we talked about. Oh boy, and they hang on.
Still 3 wide. The 42 looks like has the edge. Yes, she does.
Oh man, here comes the 80-98 watching this in the mix, and they're catching up.
42 is going to pull a Kyle Larson and just take the lead away.
88 fifth to third. He's going, but he looks like he might lose to he does gain 1 at least, maybe for 4th.
Kane right there on the back bumper. Janela, he looks to the inside. Shereen makes the pass right there for 4th. But Jay's got to fight right back. Here comes the 16.
Whoa, too close for comfort. I still right there. They were so close.
Yeah, they were really close right there. You see the field is basically all spread out. So we got some classic intermediate pack racing going on right here at Denver Motorsports Park.
And this is on the halfway mark, y'all. I mean, shoot, this is all sad about getting close to 50.
Oh, and the 89 right there on the 42 gave a little bit of a tap.
It didn't phase T1 bit, but hey, that inside line, oh boy, it is sharp.
Yeah, that inside line really goes. And the 42, she's just gonna, oh, she slides up the track.
Too much speed in 4. But gets to
out in 4.
First green flag pit stops, oh boy.
Yeah, here we go. Green flag pit stops. First ones of the day. The 16, the 89, the 8, the 74. And I saw the 56 also come in. So everyone looks like they're going through their strategy calls. As looks like the 83 is coming out of pit road. As right now the leader will be the 42. Maxi Janela.
First green pit stop starting lap 49. Next one will be 50 to 51 and 2 if they stretch it.
Evidently, this is a very, very wide track, so this track could easily eat up your tires. So tires are definitely a key part of this race. And here comes the leader on the pit road.
In the 49.
Yeah, followed by them, as looks like Pepperson stays out. As well as a couple other drivers. The 46 now has the lead. See some guys coming out of pit road. Those are the what will be our current leaders. But it says these guys have not come down pit road yet. So these guys are on older tires. Well, these guys are on newer tires. And it looks like the 16 just pulled away from the 74.
Yeah, this has been really good racing after it's been green now.
The 46 continuing to stay out. Looks like she's been stretching her tires and fuel a lot just for this particular time for green flag pit stops.
So it does seem lap 52 should be their hit. However, if they're going to really stretch it, that's going to be a gamble right there. And especially...
Yeah, and you see they're actually losing time to their teammate back there. That's the 74. That's their teammate. And they're on newer tires. So you can definitely see the contracts here, right? You could definitely see the contrast right here between old and new tires. Angel make it 3 wide right there. 46 is slowing down, trying to get a pit road.
Yeah, just gotta...
Oh, but Angel denies her going into pit road.
Yeah, just gotta force to stay out. You're right now. So it looks like, unfortunately, they have to end lap 52 now. So this is going to be very dicey.
Oh, yeah, you can see the 46 is losing momentum right here.
It's either that
they have lost a lot of speed as Alexander Shreen nearly turns Laura James in the 74. It seems like the 46 is getting a little bit, pushing the 42 there a little bit. As there's Juan Martin there in the 90, who was technically second according to the ticker. 42 got right there on the 88. This 46 continuing to stay out.
Where is this for 46? I mean, I think that like when most laps, there's 90 slide. trying to lean somewhat, it's fine. But you already got the bonus point. I don't know what the team's thinking right now at this point forward. Really,
Currently, the vacant teams right now, the only vacant team right now, if I'm aware of, is Alex Prime Racing. They still need to fill their 84 card. Perez Motorsports has signed a new driver to the 98, but he will not be racing until next week.
And
here comes the 46 on the pit road, and she's been followed by the 90. And here come the rest of the rest of the non-pitters on the pit road. Man, that should be all cars that should have came down pit road. So I'm pretty sure the leader will be the 16 of Zacy Kane, and he's followed by the 89 of Angel Diaz-Rauda. But there's just a big gap right here between the 16 and 89, so Angel's got to do a lot of work if he wants to catch up to the front here.
Yeah, don't screw up the turns, really. That's all you need to do. Don't screw up the turn, don't overshot, and especially just don't take the throttle too much. Just do it right in the nick of time, just to get those good outs out of 4 and 2 and 3. That's how you can get a good amount of speed and lead.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, since how these guys are racing right now is that you really need to make sure you just get the good exit off of 2 and 4, make sure you're on the right line, since you can get a really good run, and even if you're not in draft, you will still catch to the car ahead of you if you're running the right racing line in order to catch up, and like where you're faster than your opponent.
Indeed, that's what you gotta do. Just to get ahead in nick of time and at least get a good run and maybe the win. Right now it seems it has been down, changing left and right in order.
Yeah, as it now appears that the 16 is now the leader right here with the Napa 400, followed by Angel Diaz-Rauda, Laura James, Alexander Shreen, and Maxine Janella, as Janella makes the pass on Shreen right there for 4th.
This is a good spot for the 88 for another consistent run right now, if they can keep up the same momentum as a few weeks.
Yeah, he already got a win at Las Vegas already, but with the chase format, wins do not lock you in. You have to be locked in by points if you want to be up, if you want to race for the title.
Yeah, mainly because in the Winston, if it's the chase format, if I'm correct, right, you gotta stay in the top 10, and if we're talking about actual chase format, you only got that top 20 area to go for.
Yeah, especially we're here with the chase format. It means that basically you need to have a really good season or be really consistent if you want to race for a title. And since we're only like 4 races into the regular season, we cannot decide that just yet. We still have like a whole season of racing left to go before we start looking to see who might make it into the chase.
The only ones I see right now that are currently in a good clear right now, and hopefully they can't have, inconsistency, but if they can keep at least somewhat consistent, right? For example, right here, the 93, that's 51, and the 17 under a quick E as this in Thomas and maybe Travis and 7 of 7 right now to keep the consistency going and to keep it rolling. Then they have at least a nice solid shot, but as I said before, you can't have that inconsistency at all. And you can have those unfortunate moments, but again, you can't have inconsistency. You got to keep consistent, like I said, as we said before, in Winston, in the chase, or heck, even the Winstons, you can't have inconsistent. It's just not gonna get rolling. So Wins
Yeah,
can
definitely.
matter. Wins can matter if you're in the top 20 in that spot. If it's a top 10, you need to fight your butt off. You get top 10, top 5s. And top 15s can hang in there if you're in the top, like, topper.
Yeah, as we actually take a look right now at the cars that are currently in the top 10 spots on the point. So this will most likely be the drivers who would be in the chase right now. It will be Andre Killinger, Zoe Persons, Matthew Ellis, Owen Ben, Thomas Drope, Travis Regan, Kyler Sastrai, Georgia Hartz, Travis Bill Monroe, and Alexander Shreen would all be in the chase if it started right now.
Your police streakers, so 98. Just 2 positions off right now. One position. If the
Yes,
88
and don't forget, Angel. He is ahead of the 88 right now, so because he is looking to get into the chase. He's only about 1 point behind the 88. So the battle for third right here might specifically be for that spot in the chase.
Yeah, and that would put him down, forcing the wild card to make him number 1. But again, if the 88 just stays in the top 5 over the 89, but the 89 is critical because that would kind of clinch him down. But if the 98, I don't unfortunately see the 98 where they're in the top 10. So the 98 isn't gonna have a good run right now. The 88 is looking at 1, and after that it would be technically speaking 75 or 8. That's if, of course, the 89 of Zarada gets up to the spot in the top 10. So Tinder to make Ryan.
Yeah, and as we're speaking of it, Diaz Rada is now up into second, so he looks like he's trying to get a little bit of a cushion to himself in the 88, trying to get those points.
Yep.
Oh, he drove it in there, trying to get clear of the 74, but here comes James. Oh, and the 89, quick on the throttle.
That's not what we want to do one bit. You want to keep that past that 88 to force that spot. Certainly going to can't slip up even the slightest mistake because this top 5 right now I'm seeing the 42, the 74, and the 88, and the 88. They are one of the cars you gotta watch out. I mean, the 8 right now, it's probably just some of the 96th place, but we saw earlier ago when it was battling on that lead, freaking zoomed the heck out of nowhere. So again, it is spread apart, but you can't do a mistake.
Yeah, mistakes is definitely not an option, especially if you want to try to race in the case. And right on the 16, he is currently like close to dead last in the points. So if he gets this win, this will definitely help him out in points quite a bit. As he's currently 38th in points, so this will definitely help the 16 quite a bit if he can hold off against Angel Diaz-Rauda. As the 42 slips into third right there over the 74 and the 88. Seems like Dodge is losing a little bit of their momentum right here.
Yeah, 88, 8 again. They need to really get that car pushing. So we got our lap traffic just past ahead. That's the number 1 for Sweetheart. Reed Sweetheart. That one. I had that insert earlier ago with Robert Earl. Got spin, hit wall, and got that.
And she actually held up her teammate right there that's basically contending for a top 3 spot. So that's not going to help CGR in the slightest, as Alexander Shreen has pulled away from these two, as here comes Laura James to the inside of the 42. The one scrapes the outside wall. You see the gaps all between the different cars in the top 10. You see they are very spread out. So everybody's got different strategies as well as different you know, they all have different strategies as well as different lines they run. So what we're really seeing right here with the top 5 is that they basically all have different strategies that they're running, especially the 16 as after his last pit stop, he was able to actually get away from the rest of the field, so that definitely helped him a lot there.
The last sign of that, he's been looks like running probably the best he has right now. I mean, that was broken last time. He may have some potential last few, but it looks like this is the time to shine right here for the 16. But again, we're not in that closing moment, but we're slowly getting that right now we're at the halfway mark. You never know what's going to happen until those tires go down, slowly go down, and then the fuel especially. So you gotta watch out and see what the last green flag pit stop mainly happens, because that's where the critical points come in. Right now, it has been about almost 20 to 30 laps.
The gap is actually slowly shrinking between the 16 and 89, but pretty sure all ZC Kane spotters just saying, just don't worry about the 89. Just continue driving the car the way it is, because certainly he has got a pretty comfortable cushion, but I would definitely start to raise alarm bells about Diaz-Rado closing in on the 16 a little bit, since he is all by himself, and the 89 is actually getting a little bit of slingshots from the cars behind. It's actually allowing him to actually catch up on the 16.
Yeah, let's take a look at the 98 then and see how they're making it through. The 16 is definitely like that, so we're usually together right here, it seems. So let's see if they can do that strategy. If they get a slingshot at this right for a few laps, if it goes green for the next 30, for the next 20, 15, maybe 30 laps, they may close in if they do. But however, 88 and 89, they probably not go so lightly on teaming up, because again, in points, 10 and 11th right now you're looking.
Yeah, points are at stake right here between the 89 and 88, and also, not to mention, green flag pit stops could be happening towards the latter half of this race. There goes the 89, now he's coming in for his stop. Here comes the 74.
Yeah,
so we have the start of the second round of green flag pit stops.
Yep, that was about 21, 22 laps to go or so, 20 to 30 laps from pit. So again, this should be about the second to last, or the last pit stops for these drivers. So let's see what they can do here in strategy, and especially if they get a good pit stop or not. If they get at least decent.
Yeah, definitely. As everything's on the line, this is probably the money stop for a lot of these drivers. And here comes AT Kane. Looks like he's coming down for his stop. Yes, he is. Here comes the 16. Looks like the 90 is going to stay out. The 46 and 88 also stay out.
I expect those cars right there to stay out, mainly due to the fact that they stayed out very late last time on the pit stop. So expect them to do it again, maybe, unless they want to change their strategy.
Definitely, and right now their strategy seems to have not changed in the slightest, as we can see from right now. Laura James, once again, a really fast pit stop over Angel Diaz-Rado in the 89. But the problem, though, with Laura James is that her car just doesn't match the speed of Diaz-Rado's Chevy. So I'm pretty sure it might be a little bit unequal between the 74 and the 89.
It really sucks for the 96. The way it's in their team here is, I think, one good run at least will make them happy. But man, so those three down below in this point has been nothing but trouble. Mainly, let's say one DNS or two, just really have the car.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely will agree with that. As 74 got the run right there on the 90, got to the inside.
However, I would say this: the 90 does have a car today.
It's the 74 unlaps herself. Looks like Angel Diaz-Rado is also going to follow and unlap himself. But now ZT Kane's big cushion has especially shrunk as the 74 and 89. They're actually closing in on him. There's the 88 there off of pit road, but he's lost quite a bit of ground.
He's won again the watch, really for staying at 10th position of points. Or if you lose that position over the 89.
As the 90 and the 46 continue to stay out, trying to stay out for as long as they can, just trying to stretch it out and try to be a big spoiler for all of these leaders, but the leaders just blow by them without any issue, unlapping themselves basically instantly. As the 42 looks like she's got a really good run right there past the 46. Now she's got her sights set on the 90 right here.
Not bad right there. It's mainly just due to their last pistol on the strat, so it seems they might stay on.
Yeah, the 42 is just gonna blast by the 90 right there. Just absolutely no problem for the 42.
See, maybe 46, 55, earning one, awesome 25 the rest of that pack. They're going to stay out for about maybe one more lap or two to scan their strategy, see what they're going to do here. They're going to pit next time or not. You can tell that England is definitely inside quickly if they can.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, there goes the 88 right by the 90. No problem. Guys, here comes the 90 and the 46 on the pit road.
Yeah, so they pit this time. Let's see if they can't then have a good stop here.
There's the rest of it. You see the 2 just absolutely blasted by the 93 and the 6 there. The split perfectly in the middle. As here comes the rest of the field on the pit road that has not pitted yet. And here is your leaders right there. There's Mike Taylor in the 23, one of those lap cars we were talking about one time.
Yeah, Mike Taylor, seen you as a wreck early on. That was the same with Robert Earnhardt, seems as well. Both of them have back damage.
Yeah, definitely from those contacts on pit road we've seen, or from those subsequent spins that did not result in a caution. As Angel's already quick on the 74, trying to go to the inside. But no, the 74 is still quite ahead of the 89. But you see the 89 sent it right through turn 1. And he quickly lost it going into turn 2. And you see Matthew Janela back there in the 42, just looking right there on the 23, trying to see a way past the 23.
Yeah, that was not a good turn to 14 for the 89.
Yeah, the 74 seems to have quite a bit of a cushion between herself and the 89, but that 89 could close in without warning, as looks like ZT Kane passes his teammate, putting him a lap down. As the 16 is now back as the leader here at Denver. As there is your full top 10 right there. You got the 16, the 74, the 89, the 42, the 88, the 56, the 8, the 90, the 49, and the 46.
I don't want to spoil the party, but things can shake up a lot if caution comes out. Right now, how it's been playing out, strategy has been the key factor. 16 has been 2 good pit stops. However, the 74 and 89 had at least a good pit stop as well. So they're doing 2 that should at least challenge the 16 over time. We'll see if they can and catch up to.
You see the gap right there is not as big as ZT King had before he came down pit road. So he's got a little bit less of a cushion to work with, especially since the 74 and 89 had faster stops from that pit cycle. So he's a little bit in trouble here a little bit since the 74 and 89, they have undoubtedly have very strong cars that could catch up to him in a matter of a few laps.
Yeah, and I don't think Rick King is the fastest. He has been the consistent right now. But when it comes to fast cars, I can definitely agree that the 74 and 89 have been slowly been becoming faster and faster what is going on. Tell by the horsepower and how this car is going and how they've been doing the turns of turn 2 4 out of it. It just
Yeah,
is.
definitely. As take a look. Here, there goes Diaz Router right there to the inside of the 39, just going to get around no problem. At the 42, looks like also is going to try to make a run on the 39 very soon. That gap is staying relatively consistent between the 16 and 74 as we're down to 21 to go, coming to 20 next time by. You see the 16 just faintly on the edge of your screen.
I think the fastest round may have changed, but the last time we saw him was the 56. 56 hasn't really done too much. It has been staying in the top 10.
And you see
See
the
as the
gap
fast.
between fifth and sixth is practically almost gone at this point. So basically, the 88 basically has fifth secured unless a caution comes out, or like if something happens.
Yeah, definitely
Since
may as well stay
since
fifth.
anything could happen, especially with these final few laps. So don't count out those cars that are 6 or 7 seconds back, because they can still catch up. Like you can see right there for sixth, the gap is closed by about a second.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's
So
see.
basically, the set basically 6th through 10th are still technically in this battle for the top 5, but just not in the way that they kind of like, since the leaders are still quite far away from them.
Yeah, the more they battle, the more distraction they help, unless they know how to do it. They are temporary alliances. Let's see though, who is the new fastest car? I don't think it might be the 56 unless I'm wrong. Wow, it is the 89. So
Yeah,
it's like the
AW is
88
router
is
now with the fastest lap, 43.670. One of our first cars to actually break into the sixth tenths range. Everybody else is mostly both a 43.7 or an 8 or a point 0.8 or a point 0.9 or heading even 44 seconds.
yeah, this gonna go a lot. They definitely have a better car. It seems as definitely is going to make that a big challenge to at least not drop too much. But as it's right now, it has looking to see way too down on 4088 aiming while that's 34 running in. It's having a nice day. That's 74 is
Yeah,
31 points.
as the 16 also made the pass on his teammate, putting her a lap down. As we're slowly winding down the laps right here, we're coming up on lap 84 out of 100. So this race is close to being done.
And then ain't no info of any damages on any engines. Pretty interesting. I mean, usually you would see an issue or two on any parts of the car, the engine header or anything like that. But it looks like everyone's car so far has been they have been third building and they are going in for dear life. Hopefully that's for him. That's what I'm hopefully the car doesn't just break down on just seeing the teensiest parts. But right now the scene's at 16 as we closer to ready. I think the 16 maybe if you think it consistent and you see you call say it's a fast car. Definitely. Definitely has the fastest car. Has made those few mistakes out of turn 4 and 2 of exits, and they haven't got the good exits against Steve. The 16 has been doing that for quite some time now, and leading at least half of this field. Oh! Yeah. Yeah, that freaking case. There's something mad at that case right there. Not happy with Travis Reagan. Definitely gonna be a little bit of talk with those two after this race. If you're that slow, you gotta go high, man. Don't get in the way of the leader unless you're technically the same speed as the leader, then duke it out if you can to hang on with your lap, but jeez, I've seen too many times before in my league, man. Oh boy, either gets into a wreck or gets to the point where it's gonna just fume the leaders to not make them happy.
Drivers, to your cars.
Yeah, I know that feels a lot. Yeah. This is gonna be interesting, honestly. See. Mm-hmm. Damn. Whoa. Can't rope now, huh? Rope. Talk about Mr. Last Place in points. Talk about Mr. Last Place in points in the top 10 of Mr. Hugh Clark. Definitely needs this top 5. Right here, freaking fast car on last time we had it on the first attempt, man, holy cow, he wasn't really doing it. Absolutely nothing that much. It was just in the middle of the pack or so, and then all of a sudden, wham, here it comes out of nowhere with second chance, and yeah, crazy. Well, I can't remember what it's on. He's gonna secure, or if he keeps it like this, he's gonna secure a good top 5 area, especially he might be the top 3 or
And the gap between first and second is now well over 12 seconds. So it looks like he's only going to keep gaining and gaining on the rest of the field. But unless he forges up or if he gets wrecked out or anything, basically that will ruin his race. But the 88 will get by the 49 single-handedly. As we're down to 9 to go here from Denver Motorsports Park. Okay, just... So just take a look at the chat right here. Team owner for Roush Racing, Sebastian Galway Jr. just wanted to point out that Andre Kellinger currently running in 5th right there in the top 5. And you can see there, he is about a second behind the 34, so that might be the spot he might end up with if things continue to remain the way it's going. As we're down to 8 to go. It looks like Juan Martin lost some grip. He has dived down from second. He's now all the way down to fifth. So Andre looking to extend his points lead after this race. As you're coming up on 7 to go, and looks like there was a bit of a minor spin on the front stretch. There's a little bit of smoke right there, but the officials had not thrown the caution for some reason. But there was a spin, but I just have no idea why they just didn't throw the caution out for.
Usually if they don't, I would manually do it and try to get them a chance, but it looks like officials being a little doop-de-doop.
Mm-hmm. But what kind of baffles me is that they just did not throw a caution. Like, you should throw a caution. I mean, there was clearly a spin there. But you decided not to throw the caution? Okay, man. Thomas Drove is approaching more lap traffic. We're down to 6 to go. The lap's continuing to wind down right here for that BK Racing number 49. And as a fun fact, Thomas Drope is our only French driver in this field, so this might be one of the first international wins we'll actually ever see in the Walmart NR League so far, because most of our previous winners have all been Americans.
Yeah, how about that? That would be pretty insane. Yeah, historic right there. Historic. Let's see. Oh, last minute pit stops here, man.
Oh yeah, pit stops. Here we go. This might determine it. And that will basically erode the huge lead that the 49 has had as the 34 takes the lead. But now here goes the question, can these guys hold on for just a while longer? I see cars coming off the pit road. There's Juan Martin there. You also saw the 16 also ahead. But now comes the question, when are these guys going to pit? And here comes the 34, looks like. Yes, she is coming on the pit road. The 37 and the 8 are going to stay out. Unless the 8 already pitted already. And there's the 99 on the pit road. The 37, now the race leader. There's the 46. They're coming off a pit road. Looks like Loyana's kind of struggling a little bit on the older tires.
Yeah, we're at 4 to go. It's gonna be 3 to soon, man. That's just
Yeah, coming to 3 to go. Looks like Liliana's going to try to stretch it out. Oh no, she's pitting.
Yeah, I don't think if he was stretching, man, that would have been a game over. He would go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Game over.
And I definitely think that would be definitely a heartbreak there for the 49, but I'm pretty sure he will still come out as the leader after this pit cycle. But I think he might have lost a little bit of his momentum. There's Alexander Shreen going after Jacqueline Sweetheart there in the 1. But BK Racing looking to go for their first win as they're going to 2 to go. Oh, no, not 2 to go. 3 to go. My bad. It's 3 to go. Sorry about that. But yeah, the 49 just has absolutely a massive gap between himself and the 34. So this race is essentially over.
Yeah, I think the big change really, if we were throwing the caution, that's been solid. It would be a different change, but officials in general couldn't do the job. They let it race in.
And as we come to 2 to go here from Denver Motorsports Park, BK Racing looking to get their first win with Thomas Drope here in the 49.
French.
Yeah, one of our first and only French drivers in the field looking to go for win number 1 for BK Racing as they're coming to, as next time by will be the white flag. So next flag will end the race. And as the 49 right here comes through turn 4, he is going to be coming out of 4 as he's going to see, as here he comes to the tri-oval. White flag in the air. Final lap here from Denver Motorsports Park.
I think it's frustrating. I don't know if the 88 and the 89 still change the points still. We'll see after.
Yeah, it looks like they will
final
not
lap
be
here.
able to change the outcome here.
But we don't know yet because we haven't seen the full result here. Anyway, in 30, we'll take a look after Mr. 49 of Dope here for friends taking the checker flags and out 4.
As here he comes off of 4 for the final time. It's going to be Thomas Drope out of the country of France. He's going to be the first international driver to win. He'll take the Napa 400 at Denver Motorsports Park.
The victory lane.
And also welcome to Victory Lane BK Racing.
BK Race is still going to be one of the consistent and dominant in team factors so far.
Yeah, but now the question is, how is this going to happen for them in points? That is the main question. Once points get out, we're going to see how that affects the points. Since Thomas Drope, he is 5th in points.
I think he's in 5th, so in this speaking, he's definitely going to be at least hopping up 2 spots or spot or 2. But we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. As right here, the race is now official. Thomas Drope is your winner of the Napa 400 here at Denver Motorsports Park. As we'll take a look right here at your final results. Thomas Drope will come home with a win. Owen Benton will come home in 2nd. Really good day for that 51 team. And then Casey Newmans, Liliana Storm, and Andre Killinger will round out the top 5. Then Zacy Kane, Kellen Clark, Triviaville Monroe, Maddie Jacoby, and Juan Martin will round out the top 10. Look at the rest of your field that finished on the lead lap. Ryan Little, Robert Earnhardt, Caleb Peppersman, Pedro Sales, Tyler Sotrai, Sonia Leston, Susan Croissants, Maria Lakay, Laura James, Gianna Perez, Scotty Wilson, Santi Messi, and Angel Diaz-Rado all round out the lead lap. As I take a look at your cars that finished 1 or multiple laps down, Alexander Shreen, Jacqueline Sweetheart, Pi Ross, Annabelle Alberti, Lance Satter, Osmado Sanchez, Evelyn Mason, Kiara Upston, not Leslie, but Kiara Upston will all finish at least 1 or multiple laps down. As we take a look at all of your guys that DNF'd from this race, Leslie Jacoby, Zoe Persons, Giamatti Perez, Travis Reagan, Georgia Hartz, Daniel Wallace, Matthew Ellis, Mike Taylor, and Naxi Janela will all finish out of this race. But that will do it here for the Napa 400 here at Denver Motorsports Park. Congratulations to Thomas Drope and BK Racing for their first win of the season. And right here on Press Sports Network, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in right here.
Yeah. What a race.
Good race right here.
Does suck, however, that the first one had a crash, but hey, at the end of the day, we got the international one, but hopefully the crashes didn't happen more often. But that was a good one. Good one in. I know for my car, it wasn't really the best. It seems on the second one, so hopefully we learn better. But hopefully, next race, though, let's see how things turn out. Looks like, again, as I said before, 49 we're definitely going to have maybe a spot or 2 up. He's not going to pass the 51 because 51 definitely got another good run there. So
yeah, definitely.
Congrats for
But right here on
Farco.
Pro Sports Net, we'd like to thank you all for tuning in right here. And I'm really sorry this stream was a little bit sudden. I had to get it out of the way since I was doing something on Tuesday, which was the original plan for the stream. But since something was going on that day, I unfortunately had to do the race right now while I can. But that doesn't matter, as for next weekend, for this upcoming weekend, I meant, sorry about that. For this upcoming weekend, so make sure right here on Press Sports Network, we'll take a look right here at your upcoming races right here for ERT, Walmart NR, and Six Flags NR. So we'll start off right here with the Electric Racing Tour right here. Their next race right here for the Maverick E Truck Series, they'll be heading off over to Iowa right here for the AlphaTauri 150 for the Maverick E Truck Series, and for the Hankook E Cup Series over at the Electric Racing Tour, they are heading over to the Chicago Street Course for the Road Ranger 110. So interesting to tune in right there. And now moving on to the Six Flags NR League, which is the sister league to this league, to the Walmart NR League. D2, which is the Cedar Point Pro Series. They'll be heading on over to Vancouver. They'll be heading over to Vancouver right there for the British Columbia 150. And meanwhile, for the Six Flags Cup Series, it will be the Bank of America 400 over at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And over here for the Walmart NR League, Double Z. Make sure to tune in for that on this. Make sure to tune in for this Friday, as they'll be heading to Atlanta for the Heads Up Georgia 250. And right here for the Racetrack Divisional Series, they will be heading on over to Watkins Glen for the Go Bowling 150 at the Glen. But until then, from Scotty Wilson,